There are two big things we want to focus on today to help you reach that next big YouTube milestone. In the case of this video, 1,000 subscribers. The first is video intent. That is to say, where do you want these videos to live on YouTube? Who are they for? The second is your analytics, because those will hold the key to getting your next video that coveted 1 out of 10 spot in your YouTube Studio dashboard. We're gonna start by oversimplifying where a video lives on YouTube once you hit publish. Because in my opinion, there are 3 main buckets your content can be placed, and you as the creator actually have a lot of control over which ones you want it to live in. And yes, a video can live in more than one of these at a time. For the sake of this video, the 3 main buckets are search, the home feed or the browse feed, and YouTube Shorts. Search-driven videos, such as how-tos and guides, can introduce a lot of new people to your channel over time. Those searchable videos may even show up in your regular viewers' home feeds. The problem with that is that if your regular viewers aren't looking to solve that particular problem at that particular time, they won't click on it. And thus, it will leave the home feed for them, probably forever. And this is the expected behavior when you make a video intended for search. So I like to think of searchable videos as ways to introduce new people to your channel. With that in mind, we're gonna call this step 1 for getting to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now I understand not every creator is trying to target search on YouTube, but just hear me out. Once a new viewer clicks on one of your videos they find in the search feed, you obviously want them to subscribe and watch more. Traditionally though, people don't subscribe after just watching one of your videos. Once they get the answer to the question they've been asking in search, they typically move on and they don't have an inherent interest in the rest of your channel. But that is where the home feed comes in, because you as a YouTube viewer have probably noticed when you watch somebody's video anywhere on YouTube, the next day, or even later that day, YouTube will be in your home feed showing you other videos from that creator. So now that you've made a searchable video that's getting a lot of new viewers to check out your channel for the very first time, the trick is to get them to check it out for a second time. Which leads us to our next step, which I can't get to, unfortunately, without first mentioning YouTube Shorts. See, Shorts live in their own separate places in the YouTube app. One of them in particular we talk about a lot is the Shorts shelf. Now, depending entirely on your goals as a creator, you can make an entire channel dedicated to YouTube Shorts, or you could make a channel that includes YouTube Shorts among your long-form videos. Either of these are great strategies, but again, it just depends on your goals. What I will say though is that if you're a creator looking to implement Shorts among your long-form videos, there's something you really need to keep in mind. It's important to remember that if you go this route, converting those short-form viewers to viewers of all of your videos is very difficult to do. You need to make sure the short-form videos that you make are incredibly similar to the long-form videos that you make. I'm gonna link a card up top right now for our Shorts playlist, because we go in depth on all kinds of different strategies related to YouTube Shorts, but I just want you to keep that one tidbit in mind as we move forward. So step 2 for getting to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is to make videos that can live amongst the browse features on YouTube. Specifically, today we're looking at the home feed. For a video to be successful in the home feed, it needs to be intriguing to the same type of person who would have found one of your videos from search or from Shorts, as I mentioned a minute ago. You know how a lot of us in the YouTube education space are always talking about how there's no secret to YouTube, and a lot of this just comes down to experience? Yeah, that's the step we're on. That's step 2. Because for a video to become successful in the browse and suggested features of YouTube, you really need to understand your ideal viewer. We have a video that I'll link right now that goes over the steps in doing exactly that, but the short of it is that this is something you can research, and this is something you can get better at over time. It's also crucial that you know your topic just as well as you know your audience, if not better. So picking a trend just because you think it might get views won't cut it here. You have to understand, what is that topic that's trending? Why is it so popular? How are people responding to it? These are all things you'll find as you keep creating content on YouTube and keep gaining experience. So let's take a look at a channel that has mastered making search-driven content and content that has that more emotional pull that does very well in the home feed. These are our friends at Think Media, and they are about to hit 2 million subscribers here pretty soon. Their content is designed to help creators find the right gear as well as grow on YouTube. In terms of the titles of the videos that they produce, you can tell that most of them, if you take a look, are designed to be discovered in search over the course of a long period of time. While most of their videos do target YouTube search, there are a number of them that actually have more of that emotional pull. Specifically, this video right here, Stop Using This YouTube Feature. This video got 18,000 views just 4 weeks ago at the time of recording this video, and what you'll notice about it is that we don't really know what feature is being discussed. This video in particular is designed to create suspense and intrigue. You as a YouTube creator need to know what this feature is. Is this something that you've been using? And why should you stop using it? The purpose in showing you Think Media's channel is to help you understand that it is a choice. Do you want your video to live in search, or do you want it to live more in the browse and suggested features? It's also possible that videos like these can do well in browse and in search. It really just depends on the viewer, okay? Take this video you're watching right now, for example. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, it likely showed up in your home feed first, and now you've clicked it even though I am trying to target search. However, you're, as a regular viewer, likely clicking on this video because you understand that everything we upload on vidIQ has some kind of inherent value to you. And if I'm right, if that's the case for you, then it's fair to say that vidIQ has likely earned a bit of your trust. You even may already have 1,000 subscribers, but you know, as a regular viewer of this channel, every single video we produce will have something for everybody in it, even if it's titled something like how to start a gaming channel. Even travel channels could benefit from some of the advice in that video. So this video will get some strong browse views when we first publish it, but over time we expect it to do a lot better in search. And you might be asking, how do you even know that? Well, that's because this video is actually a remake of one just like it. At the time of recording, this video is about to hit 1.3 million views on YouTube, and it is titled How to Get Your First 1,000 Subscribers on YouTube in 2021. In the last 48 hours, 60% of the views on this video have exclusively come from YouTube search. However, if we look at this video's success in its first 24 hours on YouTube, we'll notice that it has under 10,000 views. And if we go over to the Reach tab and check out traffic source types in the first 24 hours, we'll see that over half of the views came from browse. As I said earlier, videos can live in multiple buckets at one time, and I expect this one to do the same, at least at first. But let me show you an example of a video we made that was basically only designed to live in browse for a short period of time. I titled this video, Millions of Channels Just Unlocked This. And as you can see today, it's not really doing much. But when it was first published, it was one of our top performing videos at the time, with over 22,000 views in its first 24 hours. The story behind that video is that YouTube announced the YouTube community tab was going to be unlocked for creators at 500 subscribers rather than 1,000. It was a very exciting announcement, but one I knew people wouldn't really be searching for. So I immediately went for the emotional pull when I created that video. I had two goals when I made that YouTube video. One was to update people about a breaking YouTube news story, and the other was to get them excited about a new feature that I know a lot of people don't really appreciate enough on YouTube. So to quickly recap before getting into step 3, search-driven videos are helpful for people finding you for the very first time. Videos with that more emotional pull help people who found you for that first time have some sort of interest in other types of videos you make in your channel, thus watching you for a second, third, and fourth time. Step 3 for getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is going to be about getting people to watch more than one of your videos in one sitting. Let's create some binge sessions. And we're going to do this by leveraging end screens and pinned comments in your videos. This is probably the easiest step we're going to cover today. And if you've already been making videos and you have a whole library of them, after you watch this, you can go in and start setting this up for yourself. When recording videos, what I want you to get in the habit of doing from now on is, instead of having a boring outro screen, I want you to invite people to watch the next video. Specifically, the next video that's going to be relevant to them. How do I know if a video is relevant to the audience that is watching the current video? Great question. If they're watching the current video, they're going to want to watch something similar next. So to do this at peak efficiency, what you want to do is know exactly which video you're going to push people to before you start recording. If you want to see an example of how this is done, just stay tuned to the end of this video. But the most important thing to remember about this technique is that the next video you push people to needs to be relevant to the interests of the person watching the current video. And doing this also helps keep your entire channel very focused. It causes you to put your content into categories, and then hopefully those categories into playlists. So if you're a travel channel, those categories might be the different places you visit. If you're an art channel, maybe you have a whole category for painting and a whole category for sculpting. So someone who's watching a sculpting video probably isn't going to want to watch a painting video next. So you would invite them to watch the next sculpture video that you do. By now, I think you're starting to catch on to my strategy for getting to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. A lot of it just comes down to preparation and consistency in the type of content you make. Another thing you can do to prepare for getting more views and subscribers: titles and thumbnails. And that brings us to step 4. You need to conceive these before you ever record your video. Knowing your title and thumbnail beforehand helps keep your video focused throughout, and has a lot of other benefits too, because it also helps you do your research on that title and thumbnail to make sure that it is as clickable as possible. That research may reveal a whole new direction you need to take that content in order for it to be discoverable. And there's nothing worse than trying to figure that out after you've finished recording and editing. I do understand that this isn't always possible depending on the type of content you make, but I would encourage you to do this as often as possible. Additionally, your titles and thumbnails should work together. You don't want people having to try and guess what your video's about. The less thinking somebody has to do, the more likely they are to click. There's no one bit of advice I can give you for having the best title and thumbnail. It really comes back to video intent. Are you making videos for entertainment purposes, or are you making videos for educational purposes? Because as you can see, the two styles of title and thumbnail together will be vastly different depending on what you're doing on YouTube. Of course, at vidIQ, we have my favorite tool for doing this type of research, and we call it Preview in Search Results. All you need to do is type in the title or search term you want to rank for on YouTube and click Preview in Search Results. Now you can do this before you ever publish your video, but once you click this button, it's going to show you what your video would potentially look like amongst the top ranking videos for that very same search term. Do the title and the thumbnail that you made for this video stand out amongst the crowd? If it happened to rank in the #1 spots on YouTube, is it going to be enough to have people click on it? Now, earlier I said experience on YouTube is everything. Learning from your past videos will help improve your strategies going forward, and of course, help you along your way to 1,000 subscribers. Welcome to step 5. Analytics. Now, YouTube analytics can be rather overwhelming, which is why we have some of our vidIQ tools in the first place. But today we're just going to look at a few of YouTube's own analytical tools that I would encourage you to keep up with on a regular basis. When you click on YouTube Analytics from your YouTube studio, you are likely familiar with the Overview tab. Now, this is great at a glance, but it doesn't really paint a complete picture. Clicking on See More allows you to dive incredibly deep into your YouTube analytics. But we could save this sort of lesson for another time. Instead, we've talked a lot today about where your videos can show up on YouTube. So I'm going to go into the Reach tab and scroll down to Traffic Source Types. For our channel, in the last 28 days, it looks like 25% of our views have come from browse and 24% have come from search. Our videos have received 20 million impressions in the last month, which has equated to a 4.6% click-through rate overall, and we've gotten 920,000, almost 921,000 views from those impressions. This is showing us a nice report card for traffic sources and views and impressions for our entire channel, but you can even get this same data on a video by video basis. But there's a new tool YouTube recently rolled out that I really want to show you. If you go into your Audience tab and scroll down to Videos Growing Your Audience, you get some very revealing information. These videos are specifically being called out for helping new viewers return to our channel. I would encourage you to check this out for yourself because these videos are the ones that you need to be doubling down on. Speaking of returning viewers though, if you scroll up from here, this is probably the best graph you can find on YouTube to understand just how many people are watching your channel on a regular basis. Putting your cursor on any given day will show you exactly how many people watched your videos who returned to your channel and how many watched your videos who were brand new to your channel. Later in this series though, we're gonna be diving a lot deeper into all of this, so that's your cue to subscribe. So that was step 5, but we're not even done because this video is gonna show you exactly what you need to do to grow even more on YouTube. Remember? I told you I'd show you how it's done.